Hey everybody, it's Mama, and guess what time it is? It is story time. I, as always, and every week, say I am so grateful that you are here joining us. All of my friends that are here every week that come and hear us read stories, and our new friends, welcome. I don't know how you found us, but you're welcome to join us every Sunday for story time. Sometimes it's pre-recorded like today, and sometimes we do it live. So you never know. So you definitely want to keep up with us. So make sure you're following us. And even what's better is if you have friends that don't have Facebook, go on over to YouTube. Everybody's got YouTube, right? And they can like and follow and subscribe to Rose Dynasty Foundation, and they can see every story time that we've done and our paint nights and all of our fun events. So please make sure y'all do that too. I love that. And what's even better, speaking of paint night, if you missed our last paint night, y'all, this is November. And there's so much that happens in the month of November, right? But we also like to call it Dino-November. And Miss Cherilyn Matthews the other night did an awesome job teaching us how to paint dinosaurs. If you missed it, go on over to YouTube. It's there, and you can learn how to paint your own dinosaur too. I'm pretty proud of myself. If it wasn't for Cherilyn, I would have stick figure dinosaurs, and she taught me how to paint this really cool painting. I love it. I love it. And speaking of Cherilyn, she is going to be reading to you today this awesome story. And after we're done, we have a wonderful friend backstage ready to talk to you all, the author of this book. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So I'm going to bring my friend and your friend right on, Miss Cherilyn Matthews. So welcome her. Let's say hi. Hi, Cherilyn.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Look at you. Oh my gosh. And you preserved your...
I kept everything. I kept
your dino
everything.
crown. Your dino crown is rocking.
I had to, in the spirit of and the theme of things, I figured if we're reading a story about a princess, I should probably keep my princess crown as well.
I think that's
what better princess crown than a bunch of dinosaurs?
Right? And I mean, you already do have a really big crown. You know, your Rose Dynasty.
I kind of have a big crown too.
Because you're a queen now.
Too big.
Yeah, that was a little too big. So I'm glad you kind of downsized the dinosaurs. I'm loving the dinosaurs, and you're a big fan of dinosaurs. If nobody knows this, we're missing out.
I love dinosaurs. I love all dinosaurs. And we had so much fun the other night for paint night.
Yeah.
That I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep the same theme since it is Dino-November, but also it is National Diabetes Awareness Month as well.
That is correct.
So the theme of our book and Dino-November just kind of all blended together. And so I figured if I was going to be a princess, I'm going to be a dinosaur princess.
I think it's perfect. It's perfect. I love it. I'm so happy you're here. And I know all of our friends love it when you come and read to us and spend time with us. So I think we should just get right onto this book. And
I think we should too.
I think so. And I'm going to stay on while you read, and I'm going to show all the really cool pictures, and we're going to talk a little bit about it.
Awesome. Well, today, everybody, our book is Princess Prilla and Her Pretty Pink Pump. And it's by AniKatrina Brianna. And all of the drawings are by Brittany Boswell Moore. So Mama's going to show, well, Mama is over here now. She's going to show you all of the wonderful pictures, and I'm going to read you the awesome story. I already read it once or twice. I'm not going to tell you, but I liked it so much that I wanted to share it with everybody.
I think
because I could see me in this story. Me. I put myself in the story, and I was like, you know what? Totally. I've been through all of this. And, you know, what better way than to share it with everybody else just in case?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's get started. Right into it. This is Princess Prilla. Princess Prilla loves to play.
Oh, she's beautiful.
She is really pretty. I like her crown too. Her crown's a little bit sparklier than mine right now, but you know.
That's okay.
I got a sparkly one too.
Yes.
She plays tag with her brother Philip and has fancy tea parties with her mother and father. She loves to wear pretty dresses. Who doesn't? And she has a lot in her closet. Look at all those pretty dresses.
And look, a purple one.
I know. I saw that, and I was like, she could have shared the purple one with me.
You know.
It matched my hair.
It's true.
especially her pink one. So, see, the pink one is her favorite. The purple one would be mine. She loves to eat sugar cubes with her pony Rosie. That tickles, she giggles. One day, Prilla gets very sick. She can't go play tag with her brother because she's so tired. I've been there before. And not knew why. Just be really tired. Just want to lay down. Prilla tells her father she's dizzy and that her head feels funny. The king calls the doctor to come check on Prilla. The doctor tells the king that Princess Prilla has diabetes. He explains that she can't have lots of sugar anymore because it will make her sick. He also gives her a sharp thing to prick her finger. Like Sleeping Beauty, she asked. No, princess, he laughs. To check your blood sugar levels. You won't feel good if it's too high or it's too low. Prilla doesn't like the sharp thing. It hurts.
I would think it does, doesn't it?
I have one of those sharp things, and I can assure you that sometimes it does hurt.
Yeah.
She doesn't like the strange box that they tell her to wear. An insulin pump, the doctor explains, to make you feel better. She does not look happy with that box at all.
I don't think I would be either, though.
I don't think so either.
It'd be something to get used to.
Yeah. Anything new? I can't wear it with my pretty pink dress, Prilla whines. You'll need to wear pants so you can keep it on. That won't be hard, will it? She does not look happy.
Nope.
Prilla doesn't like it. The cord gets stuck on doors, and Philip teases her about it. Prilla cries to her mother that she is a freak. You are not a freak, Prilla. You actually have superpowers. That insulin pump is magic, and you will learn to love it one day.
Can we talk about how her brother was picking on her and how sad that is?
It does make people sad when they feel like they're a little different than everybody else.
Right. But it's okay to be different. We talk about that.
It is okay. It just takes some people a little longer to kind of learn that it is okay to be different, and it's actually even better to be different.
Absolutely. 100%.
Prilla is having a boring old lunch while Philip gets to have cake. That I can totally sympathize with. That is not fun watching everybody else eat candy and ice cream.
I bet it is not.
A little village girl sees Prilla and offers to trade her apple for Prilla's orange. Prilla sits down with her new friend Hope to eat her fruit. Then she sees Hope pull out a sharp thing to poke her finger. Do you have diabetes too? Prilla asks. My purple insulin pump is magic, says her new friend. It keeps me healthy.
Aww.
Mommy says mine is magic too. We are superheroes. She finally found somebody that was just like her.
Oh, that feeling is so amazing.
Isn't that awesome?
It is.
She looks so happy in the picture too.
She does.
We're superhero princess, Hope giggles.
They are. Look at them. And they're purple and pink.
I know. I was just about to say that. I think Hope took my dress, but it's okay. It looks really pretty on her. Yeah. I'll forgive her this time. Maybe I can wear my purple dress and we can match.
That would be perfect.
When Prilla gets home, her mother has a surprise waiting for her. A new pink insulin pump, cries Prilla. It matches my favorite dress. Look at that. Hope's matched her dress, and now Prilla's is going to match her dress.
Yes.
And I made you a belt for it so you can wear it with your pump. Mommy, I'm a superhero princess.
Perfect. And look at that pretty pink belt. Goes right with it.
I know. It matches perfectly. You sure are, she laughs. That insulin pump is magic. I want one, Philip yells. Now Philip wants to be in on the party.
It always happens that way. The ones that pick on you.
It always happens that way. Well, you're a little late, Philip. Prilla loves to play tag with Philip again, and she invites Hope to her fancy tea parties. So see, now she's got that magic pump, and she feels better, and now she can go outside and play.
Yep.
And no matter what Prilla does, no matter where she goes, her pretty pink pump is always there to make life a little bit sweeter. I love it.
I love that. And look at their wonderful family photo.
The group photo.
That is such a great book.
I love it. I love it. I'm telling you, I've read it more than once.
And that's why I wanted you to read this, because you understand. You have gone through that. You know the feeling.
I do. I am also diabetic. So I have gone through this. I don't have a magic pump. But I do have to take shots. Mm-hmm. And I do have to use those sharp things to prick my fingers to check my blood sugar. And I don't get to eat as many sweets as I'd like to.
Yeah.
But now that I've read this, I know that secretly I'm a superhero princess.
You are a superhero queen, really.
Yes, queen.
I say that. I definitely say that. And I always like to point this out is, just like Philip, her brother, wanted to tease her and make fun of her because she was different. Mm-hmm. And then, like we pointed out, when we realized how it was okay to be different, he just wanted to be just like her.
Yep.
And I always tell the kids, no matter who's bullying you or being mean to you or making you feel uncomfortable because you're different, you stand your head held high and you smile and you accept yourself just for who you are, and people will come around. They will.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
They will.
And then that'll be the greatest thing. What makes you different also makes you the greatest.
It does. And it also can make you stronger.
Yep.
I love it. I love it so much. I thank you so much for reading the story. And you know what? We have a special guest backstage that I'm
excited about it. I'm
right?
so excited.
So this is the wonderful author of the book who wrote this book. And let's bring her on. AniKatrina Brianna. Come right on. Welcome her. Hi,
everybody.
Welcome.
Thank you. So excited to be here.
Welcome all up in there in West Tennessee.
Yeah.
Is it getting cold up there yet?
Is it getting what?
Is it getting cold up there yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The weathers are dropping.
I miss cold weather.
Yeah, we don't have that. We have that 2 days out of the year.
I did 6 days, 6 years in Florida. I understand.
You remember that. I want to ask you just a couple of questions, and I'm going to have Cherilyn chime in too. So when Amy, our mutual friend, pointed this book out to me, I was like, absolutely, I want to hear this. I want to see this. I think it's important for our children and our families to know. It's a great story. This is a book like not many out there. And it shares a great story, just a simple story of a girl who finds out something wrong with her medically and how it can turn around to become a princess. So why did you write this book?
Well, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was almost a teenager. So I wasn't diagnosed as young as Prilla, but while I was working at Walt Disney World and our mutual friend Amy, we were photographers together. I met lots of children who were just like Prilla and who were just like me. And so the main reason that I wrote it, I have a cute little story for you. Get the tissues ready.
Oh,
so I had a child come through Princess Fairytale Hall to meet Cinderella and Rapunzel. And I just happened to be Cinderella's photographer that night. And the rest of the family ran up to the princess, and the little girl was kind of hiding behind her mom. And I got down on her level and I said, "Princess, don't you want to meet the princess?" And she mutters something that I can't really understand. And she says, "I can't, I'm a freak." And I was just like, blown away. And I looked at Mom, and Mom said that she had just recently been diagnosed with diabetes, and she had an insulin pump. And that was when I knelt down and pulled out my insulin pump, and it was the exact same kind that she had. And it was just magic all around. The little girl's face lit up. Cinderella came over and said, you have the same insulin pump as my best friend Annika. Like, let me see it. And the little girl just completely turned around. I had my princess friends telling me all night that she was just showing that insulin pump off, and it just really changed her perspective. And I think representation matters so, so much that I went home and I started writing that book that night.
I agree 100. I agree 100%. That is amazing. I also have a character theme park experience as well, so I know what those moments are like, and I agree 100%. That is absolutely amazing. That is, yeah. That's
life-changing, you know. And Cherilyn and I, this is why I started Rose Dynasty. You know, it may not have been a same situation, but it was similar. Of I remember our messages that everyone's loved, accepted, and wanted. And I remember
absolutely
as a child feeling that I wasn't, and as a teenager, even a young adult, feeling that I wasn't accepted. I was a freak. I was different. And it's our responsibility, you know, those of us that have those experiences, those interactions with people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do we do? Some people will go home, they'll cry, and they'll move on from it. But there are those of us in the world that say, I need to make a difference, because if I made a difference in this one person's life, who else in the world needs it?
Yes, 100%.
And
yeah.
So powerful. Like, and it may seem sometimes, even for ourselves, I think, and maybe for you, maybe not, it seems so insignificant of like, how can I make a difference? How can I write? What is a book? What is this piece of paper? This investment? What is this going to do? And I know for me, it's like, even if it's just one person, just one more person, it is worth every struggle, every dime, every time I shave my face and put makeup on. If it's one person is touched, it's worth it all.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I also have diabetes, so I was actually really excited to read the book, only because I had never known of a children's story that addressed a medical issue.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, when I did the Rose Dynasty pageant, I actually used it as my bridge, my coming out story for, because I was also born with spina bifida, and I spent you know, 37 years trying to cover up the fact that I was different from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And when I decided to do the pageant, and I knew it was going to be for charity work, and I knew it was going to be to help other people, I kind of had that same sort of moment in my head where I was like, this is my opportunity to use my experience to be like, here, I've been dealing with this whole time, you
right.
know, and for you to use that moment at your job that may not have meant anything to, you know, other people,
mm-hmm.
to turn that around to mean so much to that kid. Like, you probably changed every step of her life from now on out, you know,
mm-hmm.
just from that moment. And then you used it creatively to do that for even more kids is absolutely. And I just want to say, I'm sitting here thinking in my head while you're talking, I'm like, now I'm inspired to do more myself, you know,
mm-hmm.
because, you know, you have type 1, I have type 2,
mm-hmm.
you know, yours, you have to have the pump. I do the shots, but it's still the same battle that I can look to you and still be inspired.
Right.
You know, and it is, I just think it is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing this book with us. Because I hadn't heard of it. And then Mama told me about it. She goes, I've got the perfect book for you. And I was like, okay. She goes, November is National, you know, Diabetes Awareness. And I was like, oh, okay, let's. And then I was like, where are we going with this? Because, like I said, I had never heard of a children's book addressing something so real. You know what I'm saying? So direct. And so, and it just goes to show that, you know, diabetes is not, you know, it's very common, and it can even, it can affect princesses. It can affect princes. It can affect fairies and, you know, real people and witches and goblins and, you know, everything else.
Right.
We all have the same issues, but we can't let them stop us.
Right.
And that's what I got from this book. And I just want to commend you for doing that, because I think that's incredible.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Prilla was, like I said, she was based on that little girl. She was based on me and my own stories of, you know, of dealing with that. Just because I wasn't that age doesn't mean that I didn't deal with that.
Yeah,
and
exactly the same.
And when I came, and when I was diagnosed, they didn't have the cute accessories or, you know, things like that. So like pink insulin pumps were, but you know what? I now have a magical pink insulin pump.
That's awesome.
And so that's my pretty pink pump that, you know, if I do any readings or anything, then I'm like, this is my pretty pink pump, just like Princess Prilla's, because representation absolutely 100% matters. And that's mainly why I wrote this book, because exactly what you said, Cheryl, there's just that you don't see yourself in literature because there really isn't anything like this out there.
Exactly. They don't tackle those, you know, direct issues that affect, you know, a huge part of the population. They don't address that. And that's part of the reason why, you know, I was so grateful that Momma would let me join in with her story time, because even us, our representation is not, you know, out there for people as well. So to be able to do that, and then to be able to do something like this on top of that, I will forever be grateful, and I thank you. It's actually, and you've got the wheels in my head turning now for what else could I do, you know, for people with spina bifida, you know, people that are dealing with being in a wheelchair or using crutches, or, you know, I was very fortunate in the fact that I didn't get those particular issues from the spina bifida, but it's not that I don't go through the rest of the struggle, you know, as everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to get that out there, you know, it's just awesome.
I think that
very inspiring.
Anybody who has a message to spread can write a children's book. I firmly believe that. If you have a message that you want spread, then write it. Just put it to paper.
Put it to paper.
I
love it.
The dog agrees.
And I will definitely be sharing this book within the circles that I have and wherever I go. I just
appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm flabbergasted, honestly. I am so inspired that I really want to say thank you from me, because I didn't get diagnosed with diabetes until about 4 or 5 years ago. So to be someone of my age bracket trying to deal with learning new diets, learn what you can do, what you can't do, how serious it is, why you don't feel well, why you can't go and do things, why you can't, you know, why it's affecting your everyday life. I can only imagine what it's like for a small child to deal with those same things.
Exactly.
I'm gonna give it back over to Momma, because honestly, I don't know what else to say but thank you, and I will continue to share this for you. And
thank you.
I wish you all the best, and I cannot wait to see what other adventures Prilla may have in the future.
Prilla's got another adventure in the works, and hopefully a third adventure after that. So fingers crossed that will be happening.
Excited, and I may have to come up with a little Prilla look myself for the next.
Absolutely. You will rock it.
And we will make sure that Cherilyn reads these books, that we read these books to the kids. So of course we'll definitely stay in touch. Again, like Cherilyn said, you know, you kind of just get that stump of like, I don't even have the words to say of just, this is awesome. And I'm so grateful how life brings people together.
Yes.
You know, this is obviously, and things do not happen by chance. And, you know, Cherilyn encouraging Cherilyn, and obviously talking about me and Cherilyn working on a project together. You know, this definitely encourages me to encourage people. But I do want you to say, I would love to, how can people get a hold of you? How can people get a hold of this book? Do you have social media?
She does. Princess Prilla has social media, so she is on Instagram. She is Princess Prilla or Prilla1. And Facebook, she is Princess Prilla and Her Pretty Pink Pump, the title of the book.
Oh, okay.
It is currently on sale on Amazon. It's going for a really good price for Diabetes Awareness Month. So check that out. But she's also available in major booksellers and Barnes and Noble, Books A Million, and that sort of thing.
Perfect. So you said it is, I just want to make sure I have this correct here. It's Princess Prilla and Her Pretty Pink Pump on Facebook.
That's correct. Yeah, and then she's Princess Prilla on Instagram as well.
Perfect. So check it out. I got mine on Amazon. Well, I got mine from Amy, but I did get Cherilyn's from Amazon. So go on there, buy a few of them. They're on a ridiculous special. And as an artist, listen, go buy 10 of them and give them away.
Please.
Absolutely. Books are not cheap to have made. Secondly, this is a great, great message that I think we should totally share with the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Great holiday gift.
I was just sitting here thinking, like, how could we get these into like public libraries and stuff like that, or school libraries?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know how to do that, AniKatrina? I can.
I know that. I mean, our libraries, especially here, they have you donate them.
Yeah.
So I've actually had a bunch of friends who have messaged me and said, I would like to buy copies to donate to my local libraries, and so they've done that as well.
That's
so
awesome.
I will put. Thank you for bringing that up, Cherilyn. I'll challenge anybody watching. If you can buy a couple extra and donate them to your local library, your local schools. That would be perfect, because that's actually how in Florida it was done also. Sometimes you can go to the library and ask them to get the book, but honestly, at the price right now, and secondly, supporting local artists and local authors, go buy the book, please. Go buy it and send it to your local library, hand deliver it to the local library, and let's do that. Let's get the message out. So I love it. I love it.
And I'm going to add one more thing. If you contact me on the Facebook page or Instagram, I also do personalization. So if you have a book and you purchase it for somebody special, maybe one of your little warriors just got diagnosed, send it to me. I'll send you my address, and I would love to personalize it and send it back to you for your little warrior.
Absolutely. And right there, Priscilla, Princess Priscilla and Her Pretty Pink Pump on Facebook. That's how I found it there, and definitely reach out. And absolutely. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I think I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. It was really exciting. It was really exciting hearing Cherilyn's read it. It was fantastic.
I love it.
Great.
I had a blast. Thank you.
Well, fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and drop you two off, and I'm going to say our goodbye, and I'll talk to you both in just a moment. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody, once again for joining in. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed that book. I know I did, and the story, absolutely impactful and inspirational. So please, 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 please check her out. Like we said, go to the library, buy these books, go to the library, contact her if you want one personalized. I think it's a great, great, great thing. All right. And as always, I'll see you next week for next story time. You have a great holiday, and never forget, as I always say, you are loved, you are accepted, and you are wanted. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.